welcome to Vintage Tech Spotlight. Today's episode is about Laserdisc. Yes, Laserdisc, the obsolete analog video format that was the predecessor to today's modern formats such as DVD and Blu-ray. The very first Laserdisc released was Jaws, and it was released under the studio name MCA Discovision. This format was released in December of 1978. The very first Laserdisc players were produced by Magnavox and released under the name Magnavision. This short film, starring Leonard Nemoy, is a demonstration video about the operations of early Laserdisc players. As you'll note, the disc loaded from the top. Compared to a modern Laserdisc player, it's a very primitive design. They didn't stay that way for long, and in fact, Magnavision completely eliminated themselves from the Laserdisc market in less than 2 years. And that was taken over by Laservision, by Pioneer.
Yes, I can understand you. I'm Leonard Nemoy. Interesting. A record player that produces beautiful sound and pictures through my TV. What is it called? Ah, Magnavision.
And speaking of Leonard Nemoy, this Laserdisc right here was actually autographed by Leonard Nemoy. And this is a copy of Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. And this is the 1992 Laserdisc release. And so this was obviously signed sometime after 1992. This Laserdisc here is a Laservision title. It was one of the very first releases after Pioneer had acquired the rights to the Laserdisc format. This was Chariots of Fire, and it was released in early 1982. And what we're going to see here is an intro to a Pioneer Laserdisc. This was their intro from the early 80s onward throughout the rest of the format. And by the way, Laserdisc lasted 20 years from the time that Pioneer originally acquired the rights to the use of the name. The last Laserdiscs were made in the year 2000. Well, we've talked an awful lot about Laserdisc, but let's look at a Laserdisc player in action. This is a Pioneer CLD-M90, and it's made in the mid-1990s, which was the heyday for this format. And to keep going with the Pioneer motif, we're actually looking at a Pioneer Laserdisc. This machine was also a 5-disc changer, something that was fairly common in mid-1990s units. If you think that Laserdisc just looks like an overgrown CD or DVD, you're absolutely right. In fact, they were both created by the same company, Magnavox, under the brand name Philips in Europe. When CDs were introduced in 1982, it was literally a direct shrinkdown of Laserdisc. And to close out today's video, I just wanted to show the remote for the Pioneer Laserdisc. There's nothing unusual about it except for the fact that it's a bit wider than your average remote nowadays, and it takes a bit larger battery. So that's it for today's video. I'll see you next time. Click like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.